Since we left off, we had to keep changing our spots, and we had to keep on lugging that heavy cooler everywhere.
All right, so let us show you. This is where the beach begins, right here. And do a little close up. Where the heck's the lifeguards here? The beach. You come onto the beach right over there. That's where you come onto the beach. You come up on the big hill. And before, when you last saw us, all this area right here was all sand. And now, as you can see, it's all water because the tides come in. The water in most places is pretty shallow. I'd say it doesn't go above 5 feet, most definitely. There's lots of hermit crabs that have moved in.
And we've caught
fish.
hermit crabs in our bucket and fish.
Yeah. It is still, it's a super beautiful beach. It's very large. There's actually some seagrass over here that was once very exposed. That's now pretty much covered in water. So we got to the beach today. We got here about a little before 10 o'clock, and it's about 1 o'clock, and it looks like this. The tide started to move in about an hour after we got here. And then we moved once. It was okay for about another hour, and then everybody started to move again. And when it moved in, it was really, really fast, and it formed tidal pools like the kids swam in before, which are really neat. But it made it really hard to kind of get from one place to another. So that was definitely a challenge. That's a challenge that we've never had before. So.
And Gabby's up there again.
Yeah, and Gabby's up in the sand. Gabby's a pretty good swimmer, but she doesn't.
Oh no, she's with my honey.
She doesn't last as long in the ocean as she does in the pool. She'll stay in the pool all day. But she likes the ocean where it's shallow. She can swim, again, pretty well, but she gets tired really fast in the ocean. Again, the water still is very calm, though. There are no waves. Some small sailboats, rowboats, people on the water with floats. The beach is definitely, it seems a little more crowded, but it may actually not be more crowded. I think before it was because so many people were just spread out amongst, it was so large. And I'm not exactly sure what time the water is scheduled to move back out, but once it moved in, it's really not going anyplace else. But the crummy part of it is, probably the most crummy part, is that before it was very smooth, there were no rocks, where on this part of the beach, there actually is a substantial part of rock. There's definitely a big rock population as you go in, which are covered with barnacles.
Can we go back to the sand?
So, yeah, we can take them with us, and we'll go back to the sand and see what's going on. What's going on with Gab? I'll try to show you some of the rocks. It's not like random either. They're just literally all over the place. Which we didn't pay much attention to before because we didn't envision the water moving in that much. So let me just kind of stick the camera underneath. Much of the beach was like before when we were walking in. There are some spots that aren't too bad, but yeah, you gotta move it out. Remember, we gotta look for the spots that don't have tons of rocks, okay? Just to make it a little easier on your feet. And this is the spots with all the rocks. We just try to find the holes. We usually try to swim over most of them. We thought we had kind of averted this issue like we had yesterday. Unfortunately, not so much. But again, this is Chapin Beach, Chapin Beach in Cape Cod, and it's absolutely gorgeous. They do have a lifeguard. It seems like they, after a certain time, I think after the tide moves in, they have a lifeguard come in, which would make sense. Because when we were all the way out there, it wouldn't have made a lot of sense to have a lifeguard over there. So, here's Gab. We have some of our friends, the seagulls, here today. So what are you doing, Gab?
I am trying.
Oh God. So the water is moving in thus far again, which is kind of surprising. This is the fish Tori's caught, kind of by accident. We have a fish and a hermit crab. So the water just keeps moving in on us. So I don't know.
Pretty soon there won't be a beach.
It doesn't.
It wasn't like this a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah. And that's what happened was last time. The water just all of a sudden it was like forget it. It was so. No, I mean we could only move a little bit back and. The water wasn't this far up before, and it does have a little more of a wave to it. Although yesterday around this time it started to move out. You would think it would kind of keep it from moving out. The sand's much drier up here too. Like it before, the sand had a. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Oh, it was great. It was great sandcastle sand when we were out there. It had a wonderful consistency, but yeah. No, I guess not. I guess not. All right. See you in a bit.